LP brothers, Naija brothers and sisters. The courtroom drama wey happen yesterday. Chai! E dey boring, you know. E be like listening to drunk old papa where they narrate yeye moonlight story. Some people say then sit down there sleep like donkey. Some of us won't comot. No be lie. But no fear. I know they pick side for this matter. Instead, I carry your own person we don't waka with you now through thick and thin. Make it break down through the 12 hours drama with the court judgment. So don't even think about scrolling waka. Just relax, sit down and watch as Dr. Abati decode every big grammar where you hear yesterday for court. Even carpenter like me, I understand what he talk.
Now, so double congratulations for him. On the day the tribunal ruled in his favor was also the day some investors in India pledged a total of about $14 billion that they are proposing to invest in Nigeria. Now, what are the issues addressed by their lordships in that ruling yesterday? One, they ruled that the allegation of double nomination of Vice President Shetima as a candidate then was a pre-election matter which should have been taken up then, and beyond that, it was an internal party affair. Therefore, they dismissed that. Two, they said that the query by the APC about Mr. Peter Obi's membership of the Labour Party is also an internal matter of the party, which is non-justiciable within the framework of the law. Number three, they ruled on the alleged, allegation that Tinubu is not qualified within the purview of Section 134 of the Constitution. They ruled that he is in fact qualified, in that election. The allegation that he paid $460,000 to a district court in the United States, and that on the basis of that he should have been disqualified. The court ruled that there was no criminal conviction. This was not a case of criminal conviction, it was a case of civil forfeiture. Number five, they further ruled that on the question of the status of Abuja, which has been very contentious, people have been throwing that up and down, Section 134 sub 4B of the 1999 Constitution. They ruled that in fact that section is to be read conjunctively, that Abuja does not enjoy any special status. Six, they ruled that the Labour Party could not show how many votes, additional votes that it claimed that it had. Seven, they said in the 18,088 polling units that the Labour Party claimed, overvoting took place or there were manipulations. They ruled that Labour Party could not in fact provide evidence of those polling units or the counting of votes from those polling units. Number eight, on the allegation of dual citizenship on the part of candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they also ruled that in fact the PDP and Atiku Abubakar, who brought that matter, was trying to smuggle in evidence that was not originally filed, and that the PDP and Atiku Abubakar were trying to be clever by half by trying to smuggle that thing. So on the whole, their lordships ruled that the petition by the three parties, the APM, the Labour Party, the PDP, lacked merit, and on the basis of that, those petitions were dismissed, and that they could not prove their case. They even in fact expunged from the record 11 of the 13 witnesses that the Labour Party brought forward, and similarly parts of the records by the People's Democratic Party were also expunged from the record of court, which would look like a very strong indictment of the counsel of those two parties, and also counsel for the APM. So this was the ruling. Now, I've had many people expressing opinions saying, well, this does not reflect the will of the people and all of that. But what is interesting is that in the last few days, lawyers have been quoting ad nauseam, the statement of Nikki Toby, JSC, as it then was, in Abubakar versus Yaradua 2008, where he made a point that, look, the courts don't rely on public opinion. And the courts will not go on a voyage of discovery to go and look for evidence in Wuse Market, in Jos Central Market, or in Uyibo Market. The court is committed to arid legalism. In other words, the court is faithful only to the law and the evidence that is provided before it. It will not go on a frolic of its own to go and look for evidence in the marketplace. And I think it's instructive that Nikki Toby's statements in that particular case, is being cited as relevant, and that, look, the judiciary has a job to do its duty. And you could see yesterday, their lordships insisting on doing their work. And in fact, to the extent that they, resisted any form of interference. It's also interesting that Judge Oguntade JSC, as he then was, his statement in Amechi versus INEC and others, also a 2008 case, I think, has also been quoted. In that case, Justice Oguntade said, his duty was to do justice, even if the heavens fall. And that in any case, even when justice has been done, the following morning, the heavens will still be in place by Judge Oguntade JSC, in that particular case, Amechi versus INEC and others. So there are many people who feel that justice has not been done. Well, the court does not rule on the basis of feelings or sentiments. That's meant for, the public. But the provision here is that the matter can still go to the Supreme Court. Now, there were some interesting moments at the court yesterday in the course of the proceedings. One, their lordships, reprimanding Charles Edosonwa, SAN, who had interfered with the delivery of the judgment, trying to hurry up the judges. They had to ask him not to teach them how to deliver judgments. And, he got away lightly, otherwise he could have been charged for contempt, trying to interfere the delivery. Now, second, Justice Stephen Nada, when he was making his own submissions, he went after lead counsel to the Article team, Chris Uche SAN, reminding him of a book that he had endorsed and the position in that book, and how in bringing the Article PDP matter to court, he was contradicting himself. I thought that was a bit embarrassing. So many lawyers, on WhatsApp were laughing at that. And then, of course, the third point was that all the people who have been saying all eyes on the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary, when they got to the tribunal yesterday, maybe, it's because of the nature of the work, it's because, the AC was blowing cold very well. Half of the court, most of the counsel fell asleep. And